Contact stopped around Christmas. Somebody knows something. You just don't disappear. I think he was murdered.
It's known as the happiest place on earth, perhaps even more so during what some consider the happiest time of year.
I think he liked giving presents. I think he liked the Christmas trees and decorating.
You could say Brian Klecha was a big kid at heart, which is why, says his mother, Brian's job as a Disney bus driver was such a good fit. Work hard and play harder, all in the same place. That is until one day, out of the blue, Brian just stopped showing up.
I kept calling him. Didn't get an answer. I emailed and texted, and no response.
That was just a couple days after Christmas 2017. Kathleen Klecha and Brian, her only child, had plans to go to the movies, but Brian never turned up there either. Soon, days turned into weeks, and then months.
It's just hard. It's just hard not having your son there, somebody who's always been there, who should be there, and they're not.
I would say the case started with Brian's mother. She had been trying to investigate this on her own.
At what point did you begin suspecting foul play?
Once I identified where Brian had been living and some of the changes going on in his life.
FDLE agent Chuck Masucci says the Lakeland home was a known party house, and Brian was only living there for about 10 days before he disappeared. One of the reasons he moved in, to be closer to work. The other, a romantic relationship with one of his roommates. A tumultuous one, Masucci says. Brian even filed a police report a couple of months earlier, claiming that on-again, off-again boyfriend of sorts punched him and stole his money. Masucci isn't comfortable naming the roommate, but calls him a person of interest, revealing he was likely the very last person to see Brian after he stopped by the Lakeland Mid-Florida Credit Union on December 27th. These surveillance photos are the last known images of Brian alive. Then, in March of 2018, another twist in the case. Brian's car was found wrecked along the Morgan Street exit of the Selman Expressway in Tampa. But Brian, still nowhere to be found. Instead, Masucci says the driver, none other than the roommate, who had been using the car all along, at times even lending it out in exchange for drugs.
And at this point, the domestic aspects are the most glaring. The red flags, I think, is a term you used. But you don't want to close off the possibility to the others and get tunnel vision.
What evidence are you still looking for?
You know, it's an obvious answer, but I will say it. We're looking for Brian.
Brian was a happy kid. He always laughed. He would tell me when he grew up, he wanted to be happy. But, I'd say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he'd say, happy.
Sweet memories that the holidays are made of, but Kathleen Klecha won't be sharing them over Christmas dinner or on her way to the movies once the presents are all opened. Her son Brian is gone, and all she can do is wait for answers. Kate McVeigh, Spectrum, Bay News 9.